I'm going to go back to the mat. I've just said to the guys who are here in the live class, today working through the side body. We did Monday, we went through front body, Wednesday we went through back body, today we're going through side body. Oh, knocked over my hand sanitizer because I'm so clean with everything I do. As you've got to be these days. Right, so who was that who came in? Hi Julie, just in time. Just about to start there. I'll have a swig of my coffee before we go. Let's get into action. Alright, bring your feet back from the front of the mat, about one step. Arms out to the sides. I'm going to have to extend a little bit further away. And then we start going with the twisting motion. So a lot of, in regards to the side body, we think about obliques, internal and external. They all work through rotation. Keep going there. I thought I had another person coming in there, but it was just a message popped up. Keep going between the two. While we're through the side body, take the hands onto the hips, jump the feet apart, over towards the right, over towards the left. Nice and slow. Always using that breath to guide ourselves, and this is general mobilization before we go into some deeper, longer stretches. Up and over, through both sides. Alright, up over with the right hand, left hand comes back on the hip, so on and so forth. Stretch over the top with either hand, extend up and over, left hand onto left hip, right hand over top, right hand onto right hip. Keep going between the two. Left hand on, right hand over. Right hand on, left hand over. That's it. Okay, keep going through with that. Alright, now I want you to go, jump back in towards the centre, and I want you to step behind. Step behind, up towards the top, step behind the opposite way. Step behind. And as you're stepping behind, try and get as far around as you can. Alright, not towards the rear, all the way around towards the front, and keeping your hips square on. This is going to be like one of the stretches that we're going to do as we go into the flow of today. Back up towards the top, round through the side, up and through. Alright, both feet towards the front. Inhale up into the sky with both hands. Look up at the thumbs, exhale forward fold. Fingertips down towards the floor. Right foot comes back, left foot comes back to me, come into your down facing dog. Always nice to have a down facing dog in any of the classes. I think it's a fundamental movement that we need to be thinking about. Plant the left foot into the sky, right foot comes up, bend the right knee and then open out. Come back through with the knee towards the front, up towards your chest. But you're not going as we usually do to drive forwards and use the abs. You're still just trying to let the heel come down towards the floor. Open up and out again, round to the centre. Around 5 times you inhale to the sky, exhale towards the floor. Push up and through, up and through. One more time, up and through, down towards the ground. Left foot comes up. Open out the opposite side. Should feel that down through the side of the body on that same leg that you're driving up and over the top. 2 more. 4, 5. Left foot comes down to the ground. Right foot comes forwards. Drop the back knee. Raise up towards the top. Twist through towards the right hand side. And then what I want you to do from this point is, I want you to go right hand down to the floor, fingertips down, open up over the top with your left arm. Rotate that left elbow up towards the sky like we've done in previous sessions. Sweep round the front, opposite side, right hand comes over the top, rotate up. Sweep round the front, right hand side, up and over. Sweep round the front, left hand side, up and over. Round, and then stay over here. Nice long stretch. If you start to drop through the hips, you maybe get even more of a stretch down through the side body. and you're really trying to, you should feel it right at the bottom of the, on the top of the hip, but the bottom of the obliques. So raise that hand over the top, come round the opposite side, up and over, just hold there. Right, I might have to, stop the video in 10 minutes. I'll leave it when we're in a stretch. Sometimes it gets there's too much memory used on my video card, so I have to create some space and then put it back on. Drop through the hips one more time. Both hands come down, either side of this front foot. Left foot comes up to me, forward fold down towards the ground. Let the body go loose. Push the knees back, nice and heavy through the top of the head. Bend the knees, hands face the sky, look up towards the thumbs and then back down towards heart centre. Alright, hands onto the hips one more time, jump out, come over towards the left, over towards the right. Always stabilising through the glutes. I've worked with a lot of rehabilitation. Obviously one of the main things that I do in terms of my services for low vision, and a lot of the time people do this when I'm doing an assessment and they get pain, and as soon as I tell them to switch the bum cheeks on, they don't get pain because your bum stabilises this position. A lot of the movements around, so back, forth, over the top one hand, over the top other hand. Over the top one hand, over the top other hand. Good. Alright, hands onto your hips. Jump through towards the centre point. Right foot behind. Towards the centre. Left foot behind. I'm going to do like a short step. Otherwise, I'm going to put my foot through the wall. Not that I've got the strength to do that, but these walls are pretty solid here. A little bit different than the last place. Come back up towards the top. Hands into the sky, inhale. Exhale, forward, fold down. From there, take a step back with the left foot. Back with the right, into down facing dog again. Right foot up into the sky, bend the right knee, open out 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one, 5. Right foot down, left foot up, bend the left knee, open up for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for the last. Bring the left foot forwards now, drop the back knee down, raise up towards the top, take fingertips down towards the left hand side. I'm definitely tight at this side. I can feel that. Right hand can come under the head, rotate upwards. Generally, because I'm stronger on my right hand side through my core. And that's like what I've said in previous classes, is that usually the tight side is, unfortunately, it's usually the stronger side. It's trying to even it out as much as you can. Sweep round the front, other way, up and over. Sweep round the front, plant that hand back in line with the hip, so not too far back so you're giving yourself issues in your lower lumbar. Still got to be some tension through the glutes in that side bend position, and then rotate round towards the front. Tuck the toes, lift up the right foot, raise into the sky, look up at the thumbs. Exhale down towards Pranasana. We're going to step back with our left foot, come to one of the more traditional poses of triangle, but with a little bit of a difference. Now, working into groins also through the side body. I always say this, don't try and get down to the floor, try and work into the position, alright? So working into the position is drawing back with the hip, pulling yourself into the right position. So slide your hand down towards sort of mid-shin level, and I want you to work with the rotation coming in and out of this position. So elbows coming down, open out to the side. So this left hip, not just the elbow, you're not just moving the elbow, the whole of the body moves as one. You come down, raise back up, come down, exhale, inhale up towards the top, inhale, exhale down, inhale to top, exhale down, inhale to top. One more, exhale, inhale. Bend through the front knee, both hands hit the floor, drop the back knee, and then walk this foot round. Okay, so you're walking into a little bit of a cross-legged lunge position. Walk that knee as far around as you can. You'll start feeling through the outer hip on this front leg and maybe through the outer hip on the back leg as well. Especially if you're keeping your body facing forwards. Stay there in that position. Loving the orange t-shirt. I had that on. I'm going to have that on tomorrow when I do the 30 miler in the lakes. When I'm feeling a bit tired, I always look down and the orange colour makes the smile a little bit. Pick up the back knee, right foot comes back with the left, push up into the sky with the bum, and then bring left foot forwards, right foot comes to meet, forward fold down, bend the knees, raise up into the sky, come back into your Pradipasana position. Right foot comes back this time. From there, right hand onto your right hip, slide the hand down, sort of mid-shin level, and this is enough for me here, so really if you're trying to reach the floor, make sure that you've got this hip all the way back. You've got the back foot at 45, come in, exhale, inhale to top, exhale down, inhale to top. Pull that hip all the way back. Inhale up. Inhale. Exhale one last time. Inhale up. Exhale down, both hands down either side of this front leg. Drop the back knee. Walk the leg round the corner into this modified lunge position. I can really feel that through the outer hip. Drop through, drop, drop, drop. It's a different stretch, it's a weird one. Should maybe feel it right around this area, through up through your sort of glute med. You're stretching the glute med out, and also a bit of glute max and all the other little external rotators of the hip, and the piriformis. Alright, walk round with the back leg, pick up the back knee, right foot comes up towards left, forward fold down, let the whole body go. Bend the knees, raise up both hands, exhale down towards heart centre. I'm going to come into more of a relaxed position, but if you do it properly, you get a really good stretch here. I don't know if it's called this, but I'm calling it the banana. Exhale all the way down, drop your bum onto the floor, slide your bum in towards the centre line of the mat. I think we've done this one before as well. And what you will do here is, your hips are the grounding point, they're the only things that don't move at all. You're going to walk your feet round towards this right hand side, outside of the mat, and then bring your arms over your head and you're going to walk. So I use my head, I push it into the ground with the back of my head, and I walk around the rest of my body until you get a huge stretch down through this left hand side. We're just lengthening this left hand side of the body. As you can see, lots of side body work. So people who are on the pre-recorded video, stay there. I'm just going to stop this video and then put it back on. Keep over in that position. legs around. Spend one more breath there. If you want to, you can stay here longer. Walk the feet back round towards the centre point, over towards the left hand side, feet over as well. Big stretch on. So if you're feeling it down the inside where you're sort of crunched up, then try not to like pull yourself in it. It's not about trying to close down this area, it's about trying to walk the body round and these muscles to just be relaxed on the inside, but opening up through the opposite side. And create that banana shape again. Create that banana shape. Hit those hands right over the top. Feet right over towards the left hand side. Walk it back towards the centre. Hands back towards the centre as well. Take a big pull in with both knees. Take a rock up. Try another rock. If you haven't got that yet, keep trying. It's maybe a work in progress. Fire up towards the top, take a step towards the front of the mat, hands onto the hips. Right foot comes through behind, so we've already warmed into this. You're coming onto the outside of the right foot. Toes facing forwards, rotate the hips round towards the front of the mat, bend through this front knee, and then side bend away. You're trying to push the hip over the opposite direction. Take the hands onto the side of the hip so it stops you from having to close down there again and use a lot of your obliques to keep this the position you're in and stop you from just like letting everything go. And then open up through this right side. We're not going to bring the hand over the top for this. You do get a slight burn through that front leg as well, just from being there. Keep over here. Alright, take a kick up towards the front, maybe fell over, both feet in, hands down by the sides. Raise up into the sky, big push up, lengthen up through the side body. Come over towards the left, over towards the right. This time, over towards the left, grab onto the right wrist and pull that arm away from you, from the side that you're opening up. So right hand over the top, opening through this right side, grab onto the right wrist with the left hand, pull it away. If you want to increase the stretch, turn the thumb upwards. That'll increase more length through the side body. Rotate out, don't let yourself drop into the centre. Come up towards the top. Stretch away momentarily because we're going to do that side in a second. Find the position. Back down towards heart centre. Step round the back of the left leg. Right round the corner. Right round that corner. Turn the hips through. And then push that hip away. Ground that right hand in towards the side body. Sort of like pushing it right underneath where the rib cage and the top of the hip is. And it sort of acts a little bit like the quadratus lumborum muscle, the QL, because that's where it sort of lies. It lies from the top of your hip towards the 12th rib, the bottom of the rib cage. You're stopping it from doing the work here, and if it starts trying to work as a prime mover, that's when you can really have this deep sense of back pain, which is within the centre of the body. It was really deep, so it can be caused when we're really weak through our obliques and our side body. But at the same time as trying to actually create a stretch here, we're also getting a bit of a strengthener through the side as well. Back up to the top, kick the foot up and through. Left hand comes over, same again. Pull the left arm out and over the top of the body this time. Push the hips away. If you push your hips away from that same side, you're going to feel the body open up even more. Turn the thumb up if you want to increase the stretch there as we start to create a bit of torsion through the latissimus dorsi. Stay over there. Breathe through this. This week's flexibility. Next week we're going to revisit lots of different stuff. It's our final week. Come back towards the top, but this doesn't mean we're going to stop where we are. Got to keep carrying on. You've got to keep progressing. This is 3 months. If you let it go now, then the last 3 months just go to waste. Look up towards the thumbs. It's all about trying to keep chipping away day to day. It should be a well implanted habit now if you're being consistent with the program. Wrap underneath of the triceps again. Drop onto the knees into child's pose. Shuffle yourself all the way to the back of the mat, so your toes are all the way, just peeking over maybe the end of the mat or just on. Then we're going to open into puppy pose, sinking through the chest. Activate through the lats. Now pull your shoulders, it's like pulling your shoulders back, or pulling, as if you're pulling the mat, and you'll feel your lats engage, you'll feel yourself shift forwards. And rather than feeling a pinch at the top of your shoulder, you should feel it underneath your armpits. Turning the head towards the side, if you need to. And then bend the right arm and push into the floor, left thumb up towards the sky, left shoulder down towards the ground. Feel that move in towards the left armpit, more specifically there. Then you're sinking down the armpit towards the ground, you're pushing your bum into the sky. And back in the child's pose, release the arms down to the sides. Take the arms towards the front, slide through, drop through the chest, engage, again through the shoulders. And this teaches you to engage when you're in this outer position, rather than just, if there's no engagement there and you're letting the shoulders just go where it wants, then the tendency is when you start to move into those positions in downward dog, or any other functional movements where you've got your arms above your head, there's no engagement there, you're just letting the shoulder joint do what it wants. It's a little bit like trying to do a forward fold or a back bend without your bum being switched on. So this is just like trying to contract the different little muscles that create this foundation of strength. Maybe a little bit of rotator cuff, and also, which is a group of muscles, 4 different muscles: subscapularis, supraspinatus, infraspinatus, and your teres minor. But also your latissimus dorsi as well, which is, it isn't rotator cuff, but this is what we're sort of engaging here. Thumbs facing up on that right arm, left hand is lowering you down through the armpit. Sink back into child's pose, let the shoulders have a rest. And then hands come out again into your down facing dog. Engage the same that you've just done there, where you're in your puppy pose, and then right foot into the sky, right foot comes forwards, left foot comes to meet. Sit down on your bum there. Cool. Just checking time wise. Okay. Sit down onto the bum, sink back, feet up towards the front, and we go through our last flow. It's a little bit of hamstrings, but at the same time, if you do it properly, you'll be able to move into the side body. So we're bringing that right hand into the sky, placing it underneath the right leg. So you're trying to cover the whole of that forearm, depends on how far you can go down. And then take your left hand onto your left thigh and rotate the body. So you're pushing that thigh away and rotating up toward the sky. Then you should start to feel it through, maybe through a little bit through the paraspinals actually. So a bit through the back, but also through the obliques, through the QL again. Rotate outwards. Left hand comes up onto the back of the head. Maybe release that arm. Go over the top. Rotate out of that into the centre. Come back up and over again towards the sky. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Maybe we'll bring the arm out and grab onto the toe. Raise up. Bring the arms towards the rear. Give yourself a break. You shouldn't side to side, left to right, right to left. And then go left arm. Left arm comes underneath. And the left leg. Turn away. Rotate outwards again. Try and ground the seat bones in towards the floor. Don't worry you can't get to the calf. It might be the upper thigh as you come down to the ground. It's all good. Whatever works for you here. Keep releasing over the top. Relax over here. Breathe out. Let go. And rotate a couple of times. Into the centre, elbow out, into the centre, elbow out. Keep doing that for me now. So, check something here. Cool. Nice. Great. Come back, round towards the centre point. Legs towards the front, into your forward fold. Peel yourself up and out of there. Shoulders back. Take a little bit of a rock from side to side again. And then sweep the legs through. Come into your down facing dog. Push into the floor with the hands. Pedal through with the knees. And then right foot comes up, right foot comes behind the left hand. And then you're going to try and drop onto the outside of the right foot, the outside of the left foot. Open up through the hip, turn through, and back to the outside again. And then, if you're doing it properly, you should feel it through the outer hip. Probably on either leg, but more so on the front leg. Up and round. Up and round again. One more time, up and round. Okay. From there, right foot back, down facing dog, left foot up, behind the right hand this time. Turn outwards again. Turn it out onto the outside of the feet. Outside of the feet. Using the breath to guide you in and out of the stretch. One more time. Left foot comes back into down facing dog. Drop onto the knees to be our final stretch today. I want you to get your right knee in line with your left heel and have the leg out towards the side of the body. Turn the toes up on the leg away from you and then take the hands towards the front, don't round through the spine, push the bum towards the rear. If you've got the flexibility, you can sit back onto your heel. I usually get a better stretch through the inner groin when I do that. If you're not feeling it through the inner groin, you feel it more towards the hamstring, turn the toe down and try and shift your hips away from that extended leg. And you'll start to feel that pull right down towards the inside of the knee. But if it doesn't feel like a stretch through the muscle, then obviously just adjust your position. You have to take control of your own body. If it doesn't feel good, then you change position, or you try and find the position that feels good for you. It's not just like being prescribed one exercise. Everyone's different, so me being in a certain stretch, in a certain position, maybe because of your anatomical makeup, you have to just adjust slightly. Raise up to the top. Bring the left knee down. Right leg extends out. Again there, either toes tucked or toes underneath. Again, I feel more comfortable there. Push the bum up. Turn the toe down or up, wherever it feels for you. Turn the hip away. So draw it away. You're trying to ground that heel down and push the hips away from the foot. That's the most important part, is that manipulation of the hip position, not where you're moving your head or your upper body. You know, I can move my head around like this, it doesn't really change the stretch too much unless I'm pushing the hips away from me. So that action. Last couple of breaths here. One more exhale. And then pop back into your child's pose. Just to ground yourself before the end of the class. Now slide towards the top. Well done. That is flexibility week complete.